One of the things that I enjoyed so much about the Grey Death trilogy and Grayson, as a commander, that it wasn't all, oh, my honor, I draw my sword and I come at thee, my vile enemy from beyond the stars. Sometimes he was like, hey, man, why don't we pull up to the negotiating table and try to have as few people die as possible? And like there's so much of that, that's actually pragmatic and makes sense. And yeah, it falls through and the big stumpy robots have to go out and solve all the problems. But I think it sets him up as an actual like sensible guy in this setting.
Well, that's the other thing that people really like about the Grey Death Legion, because they're one of the more famous mercenary units in the setting, and it's because of these books. One thing they do really well is they establish his Grayson's ethos and how that ethos ultimately begins to permeate the entire Legion, which is that Grayson does view himself as a hero. He views himself as a champion, but he sees himself as a champion of civilization itself. Uh, the unofficial the unofficial rallying cry of the Legion is "We stand for order." And it's the belief that it's like, look, human civilization, yeah, we've gone out to all these planets and we've colonized all these stars and we've done all this stuff, but human civilization is very fragile, and we've bombed ourselves back into the dark ages, and we are actually on the verge of falling back down to the point where we actually can't do space travel anymore. That would not be difficult to do if somebody set out to accomplish it. And people could make it happen by accident. And we stand in complete opposition to that fact, not just because we think technology is good, but because we believe in human civilization as a positive force.
Well, I was
And the
having
only way to fight that back is the only way to fight back against that is with knowledge.
well, I love that we stand for order because I've always said, my definition of, what it is that people like us are meant to do is that we're meant to inflict order on the chaos. We start with the chaos that's around us and we order ourselves and our lives. And then we order the lives of our family, then we order the lives of our communities. And that everything trends towards entropy. At some point, no matter how much order we inflict on the world around us and our inheritors and progenitors go on to do likewise, the sun's going to burn out. Like it is, I don't want to say, it's a fruitless struggle, but in the end, entropy wins. But we can hold back the tide and keep, if we run the clock down and fight entropy until the sun burns out, even if you're a filthy, godless materialist, I think you could call that a win. What's the saying? Cadia broke before the guard.
Yeah.
That's what we're shooting for, man. The fucking sun's gonna break before we do.